Money isn't real. It's just numbers on a screen, pieces of paper we all agree have value. Yet, people spend their entire lives chasing it, stressing over it, and letting it control them. But here's the truth: if you're running after money, you're doing it wrong. Think about it. Jeff Bezos didn't chase money. He solved billion-dollar problems. And because of that, he was rewarded on a scale most people can't even imagine. The real game isn't about working harder. It's about thinking differently. The wealthy don't trade time for money. They build systems, solve problems, and create value at scale. And if you want to escape the cycle of waking up, going to work, and barely making ends meet, you need to stop playing by the old rules. So ask yourself, are you just another player in the system? Or are you ready to break free? Watch the entire video to find the answer for yourself. Imagine this circle represents $1 million. Now, this is $10 million. Multiply it and you get 100 million. And if you keep multiplying, this is $1 billion. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, has a net worth 117 times that amount. And then, there's you. Maybe you're working a job, one you earned after years of studying in hopes of securing a stable future. But your paycheck is never enough. The cost of living? Astronomically high. And your savings? Nearly non-existent. Perhaps you're still in college, buried under student debt, clinging to the hope that your career path will free you from financial pressure. Meanwhile, real wealth, feels distant, like an unattainable dream. Then you see them, the millionaires, the billionaires, those who achieve staggering success, sometimes at impossibly young ages. You wonder, how did they do it? Frustrates you, makes you question everything. Maybe they were just born into the right families. Maybe they had connections, unfair advantages, or worse, they cheated their way to the top. You convince yourself they're not like you. Money has changed them. Wealth makes people greedy, selfish, and heartless. And then there's you, just an ordinary person, stuck in the system trying to make enough to get by. The dreams you once had, buying your dream house, driving your favorite car, paying off your parents' debts, traveling the world. Slowly, those things stop being goals and become fantasies, things you'll never truly achieve. You start accepting the truth. This game was rigged from the start. It always has been. And you're playing on the losing side. But what if you're wrong? What if there's an actual formula, a predictable equation for building wealth? What if money is a science, something you can learn and master? What if you don't have to give up those dreams? What if you could turn them into reality? Would you call me a liar if I said that? I promise you, I'm not lying. And by the end of this video, you'll see another side of the story, the side no one tells you about. But here's the truth. This path isn't easy. It's filled with challenges, failures, and lessons no school prepares you for. And let's be realistic, not everyone will make it to the end. Many will give up, convinced it's impossible. But for those who persist, those who refuse to quit, what waits at the end of the road is something far beyond what you ever thought possible. At the end of that road is wealth. True freedom, the freedom to never worry about money again. So, are you ready? If you're still here, let's continue. What do you truly think about money? Do you believe it's something you have to work hard to earn? Something to be inherited? Have you ever thought of money as the root of all evil? Or have you spent your entire life chasing it, only to watch it slip through your fingers? Here's the thing. Most of what you think about money isn't even your own belief. It's been shaped by those around you, by the environment you grew up in. If you were raised in a family that struggled financially, you probably believe you'll never escape that struggle. Or maybe you went the other way, determined to make so much money that you'd never be in that position. But here's the problem: schools never taught us about money. Did they? We learned history, math, literature, but not how to create wealth. No one sat us down and explained how money really works. So most of us enter adulthood with faulty beliefs about money, beliefs that hold us back. That's why we need to reset everything we've ever thought we knew about money. Hollywood loves to portray the rich as villains. Greedy, deceitful, immoral. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself, is that really true? A recent report by WealthX, a firm that studies the world's wealthiest individuals, shows that 68% of people with a net worth of $30 million or more are self-made. They weren't born rich. They created their wealth. And they're not the exceptions. Warren Buffett, born into a modest family, built his fortune from scratch. Howard Schultz grew up in public housing, turned Starbucks into a billion-dollar empire. Oprah Winfrey rose from poverty, became one of the richest and most influential women in the world. Jeff Bezos started Amazon in a small garage, now one of the wealthiest people on the planet. Elon Musk came from a middle-class background, built multiple billion-dollar companies. Sarah Blakely sold fax machines door-to-door before founding Spanx and becoming a self-made billionaire. So what do they know that you don't? The truth is, the formula you're following, the one that says go to school, get a job, work hard, save money, is incomplete. And until you understand what money really is, you'll always feel like you're playing a game you can't win. Jeff Bezos built a company that solves billion-dollar problems, and because of that, he earned rewards most people can't even fathom. So, if you're chasing money, you're doing it wrong. Sounds strange, but if you want money, money isn't what you should chase. You should chase problems. More importantly, you should chase solutions to those problems. And when you find a solution, you build a business around it. Wait, just solve problems and money will follow? So, are you saying I have to create the next Amazon? The next Facebook? The next Google? You've got to be kidding. I don't even know how to code. I don't have the money to start something that big. I don't even know where to begin. Hold on. That's the old mindset creeping in. Let it go. Start with a problem. Always start with a problem. Pay attention to the world around you. What are people complaining about? What frustrates them? What do they wish existed? What do they find inconvenient? And here's the most crucial part. Is it a problem truly worth solving? The final step in this wealth-building equation is scalability. Your solution needs to be something that can reach a massive audience. If it only helps a small group, you won't get far. Imagine opening a restaurant. Would it be profitable? Perhaps. But could it scale? Not really. You're confined to the local area, and your income hinges on foot traffic. Now, consider a franchise. That's scalability. Or perhaps your solution is software. Once developed, it can scale infinitely. No concerns about manufacturing costs, shipping, or storage. Everything exists digitally. This is why software stands as one of the most powerful business models globally. Now, reflect on your job. Can it scale infinitely? No. A job is the antithesis of scalability. Regardless of how hard you work, there's always a ceiling, your time. But be cautious. Not every business is scalable. Imagine you're a yoga instructor charging $100 per hour. Sounds decent, right? But consider this, you've merely created another job for yourself, albeit at a higher hourly rate. The hours in a day are finite, meaning your income remains capped. Now, envision creating an online yoga course available 24/7. You record the lessons once, but they can be sold repeatedly, indefinitely. That's scalability. The scalability of your solution is paramount. Do not overlook this. Automation also plays a crucial role. Systems and processes ensure smooth business operations. If there's anything you can outsource or automate, do it immediately. You don't have to do everything yourself, nor should you. There's always someone who can perform certain tasks better than you. Your job is to ensure your solution reaches as many people as possible. It's not about your ego. It's not about what you love doing. The market doesn't care about your passion. The market cares about value. Once you've built a profitable business with the right systems, there's one final decision to make. Do you continue running it, or do you sell it? This is the moment of acquisition, when someone buys the solution you've spent years creating. This is Instagram being acquired by Facebook for $1 billion. This is PayPal being sold to eBay for $1.5 billion, with $165 million landing in Elon Musk's pocket. This is how major liquidity events unfold globally. This is the moment when all the effort you've invested in building finally pays off. Your business has now materialized. If you choose to continue operating it, There are numerous reasons why that might be sensible. Perhaps you're deeply passionate about what you've built and wish to keep growing it. Maybe you see untapped potential and believe you can increase its value before selling in the future. Perhaps the business now runs smoothly, generating income automatically without much input from you. Or maybe it's a combination of all these factors. Whatever the case, you've succeeded. You've identified a problem to solve, and the market has rewarded you generously for it. But now, take a step back and ask yourself, what was all this for? For most people, it was never just about the money. Money, after all, is merely paper, a number on a screen. It holds value because we collectively believe it does. From the beginning, this was never truly about money. It was about what money represents: paying off the mortgage, buying the dream car, traveling the world, waking up without financial worries. What you're truly seeking is freedom, the ability to live life on your terms. It was never about the number in the bank account. It was about a feeling, a state of being, the luxury of making decisions without asking, can I afford this? Never worrying about exhausting your vacation days. Never lying awake at night wondering, how will I pay this month's rent? Never facing the fear of running out of money in retirement. Never sacrificing your dreams simply because you can't afford to pursue them. The greatest lesson in all of this was never about the mechanics of money. It was about something far more precious: time. It's the one resource you can never reclaim. So, the real question is, are you willing to trade the majority of your life for a job you don't even enjoy? Is your life truly meant to be a cycle of waking up, going to work, coming home, watching TV, sleeping, and repeating this every day until retirement? How many hours, how many years will slip through your fingers because of that pattern? Or perhaps it's a trade-off you're comfortable with. Maybe, for now, you have no other choice. And if so, there's no shame in that. If nothing else, perhaps this video has given you something to ponder. A new perspective, a different way of seeing things. But then, there are those among you who see the other side. Those who refuse to accept financial stress as an inevitable part of life. Those who desire more, not out of greed, but for freedom. And to you, I say one last time, stop chasing money. Start chasing problems. Find solutions. That's where all wealth is created. If your goal is to reach a point where money is no longer a concern, let solving meaningful problems be your driving force. Will it make you happy? Will it give you a sense of purpose? That's something only you can answer. But if the struggle is worth it, then perhaps, just perhaps, it's a path worth walking. That's the true equation of wealth. Of course, this video has only scratched the surface. Business, money, and entrepreneurship are vast topics, too expansive to cover in a single sitting. If you're truly eager to embark on this journey, I recommend reading the works of M.J. DeMarco. His ideas have significantly inspired this video. And before we conclude, let's return to what I mentioned at the beginning. Most people won't make it, for various reasons. The key is to fail fast and move forward. If something doesn't work, don't dwell on it. Move on to the next opportunity. And if what you're doing now isn't directly related to business, but you still want to monetize it, start asking yourself a simple question. What problems am I solving? That single question can help you find better ways to monetize whatever you're doing. And this doesn't just apply to startups. It also applies to jobs and careers. If you solve more problems at work, if you find better solutions and make yourself more valuable, you'll gain leverage. And leverage leads to negotiating higher salaries, better opportunities, and career advancement. But I'll leave you with the same message I've reiterated throughout this video. Stop chasing money. Start chasing solutions. Hey, you've watched the entire video. Thank you so much for watching. But before you click away, please stay for a moment. I want to take a moment to express my sincere gratitude. Creating these videos involves countless nights of research, scripting, filming, and editing. A lot of effort goes into them, so it truly means a lot that you've stayed until the end. If you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to hit the like button. And if you didn't, click the dislike button twice just to be sure. Leave a comment below and let me know your thoughts. I read every single one. The goal of this channel has always been to create engaging, documentary-style content about business, finance, and life in general. If that's something you're interested in and want to see more of, hit the subscribe button. Turn on notifications and make sure to select all so you don't miss anything. With all that said, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. As always, folks, salute.